because your news team matters.
It's a literal form of trickle-down economics. Milwaukee's old Rust Belt mainstays like breweries, tanneries, meatpacking plants have largely, although not entirely, packed up and left.
How will the city design an economy for the future? Fox 6's Mike Lowe reports on an idea that could be Milwaukee's magic bullet.
In the shadow of the old Pabst Brewery, Harold Frazier is canning.
I'm canning because it's rough out here. It's no jobs. I've been looking for work. It's hard. Only thing is out here is temp service.
He's collecting trash to turn in for cash. He gets $1 a pound. Cans and water bottles mostly. The 56-year-old Army veteran was injured in the first Gulf War, and he suffered another blow when the factory he worked at moved out of town.
I was making good money, and they went out of business and moved overseas, you know. All these big factories and stuff, they going overseas while they can get people to work for a little nothing. That's what it's all about now.
Plant closings have left parts of the Milwaukee economy battered, a concern for everyone from the streets
I feel strongly about it.
to the office of Rich Musin, chairman of the century-old water meter maker, Badger Meter.
I used to say that Milwaukee's major export was corporate headquarters. And just in the last few years, we lost Midwest Airlines, we lost Grady Foundries, we lost a lot of companies that have moved out of town. The corporate headquarters have left. Miller pulled its corporate headquarters out. So we've lost a lot of those. That has hurt our community.
But if the community and the economy is standing on the edge, it may only need to look at the lake for an answer.
It was one of those things that was staring us in the face, and we just didn't think about it that way.
Water. 20% of the world's fresh water. Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett and Musin have big plans to remake the city as a global hub for water technology and research.
We're going to turn Milwaukee into the Silicon Valley of water technology.
As it turns out, today there are about 150 companies in the Milwaukee area making fixtures and filters, pumps and valves, meters and heaters. 5 of the 10 largest water companies in the world are either headquartered or have major operations in southeastern Wisconsin.
If you went to the bathroom today, it was probably water that was heated by A.O. Smith, and it was metered by Badger Meter, and you were probably using a Kohler bathroom fixture with a Zurn valve from Rexnord or a Sloan valve. And all those companies are right in this region. So we have a good concentration.
To bring them all together, Musin founded the Milwaukee Water Council and launched the annual Water Summit that brings the best minds and manufacturers in the world together to discuss the environmental, industrial, and economic issues of water.
We are truly the freshwater capital of the world, and we might as well shout it from the rooftops.
The federal government has given the Water Council and its partners $4 million in grants for job creation and water research. Marquette University added a water law program. The University of Wisconsin-Whitewater added a minor in water studies. And last year, with $50 million in state backing, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee opened the country's first ever School of Freshwater Studies.
I saw a comment the other day which was that surely all the research on water was done 100 years ago. A lot of work was done 100 years ago, but the tools we have now really mean that we can start looking in quite a different way.
In the middle of December,
here he is.
We went out on the 58-year-old research vessel, the Niske.
We're basically sitting on Lake Michigan, 20% of the world's surface fresh water.
Professor Val Klump is the Associate Dean for Research at the Freshwater Sciences School.
Here's our position.
He spends his time taking samples and measurements of Lake Michigan.
We have developed, an area of expertise here for obvious reasons, because this system is priceless and understanding of what's going on is important. But what we study has applications to freshwater systems everywhere.
His mission is to understand how the Great Lakes system works and to preserve fresh water as a resource for future generations.
They always say, water is the new oil. Well, there's substitutes for oil, and there is no substitute for water.
Dealing with freshwater scarcity is a worldwide concern, and Milwaukee's innovative approach earned it the distinction of a United Nations Global Compact City.
I believe that the world's water problems could be solved right here in Milwaukee.
Representatives from around the globe and across America have visited in the past year to try to understand how Milwaukee has so successfully embraced the water hub idea so quickly.
The answer really is that this was not government-led.
But the government, led by Mayor Tom Barrett, is an enthusiastic partner. Barrett is planning to turn the Reed Street Yards, a defunct rail yard in the 5th Ward, into an incubator for water-related companies. The facility is under construction on Pittsburgh Street. It'll be anchored here, but the address will change soon.
We have decided to rename the street Freshwater Way.
The city will be creating an infrastructure here with roads, with sewers. There's going to be a river walk. And so it's going to allow us really to breathe life into this area that has been ignored for many years.
More than 3/4 of the building has already been reserved, including space for UWM's Freshwater Science School. Barrett and other city officials hope the project can create thousands of jobs, with the $500 billion industry potentially replacing the city's lost manufacturing jobs. Can Milwaukee's strategy succeed? Rich Musin certainly believes it can.
I think there are a lot of opportunities to revitalize Milwaukee and to turn this region around. But I think water is one of the plays and probably one of our strongest plays.
And the reason may lie far beyond the lake. Somewhere in the heart of this Midwestern city, a place that prizes friendliness and the ability to work together.
Why Milwaukee? Why is this a new model? Because it is this working together to make things happen.
That's just what Harold Frazier wants to hear. He hopes maybe one day, instead of collecting water bottles, the water itself will help him collect a paycheck.
Need to be towed down and rebuilt.
Much like fresh water holds the key to washing away the city's Rust Belt reputation. In Milwaukee, Mike Lowe, Fox 6 News.
Milwaukee's water model is getting a wave of recognition. Veolia Water, the world's largest water technology company, recently chose Milwaukee as one of 6 cities to help develop a set of universal water practices for a time when water may not be so easy to get. Also, IBM awarded Milwaukee a Smarter Cities grant to fund water technology initiatives. Well, a clever marketing campaign or glazing over a serious problem?
A bakery rolls